Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of TVG Talk, the grand return. I know it's been a while. We've been doing things here and there, but rest assured that we are back in the groove. So why don't we get right into it? Well, today it will be myself, and I'm joined today by Lauro Chapa.
Hey guys.
And so today, Nintendo announced that they'll be doing a direct tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of our predictions and some of the stuff that we will think will be there, and alongside with some stuff that we maybe wish was there but probably won't be there. So without further ado, let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. So, Lauro, what do you think? They'll be what sticks out to you that they'll be probably talking about?
Well, first off, we know that they're talking about the new Mario Tennis game, Mario Tennis Aces, I believe it's called.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think we will probably see more about the story mode that they're talking about. Maybe a premise or maybe a trailer for the story itself. I think we would see new characters, maybe, because I think we have just seen a couple like Mario, Luigi, Waluigi, and Wario. I think I don't know if we saw Peach already or maybe Yoshi. I hope they add other Nintendo characters like they did with Mario Kart. I mean, I do not want to turn this into Smash Brothers, having lots of different characters from different franchises. But I do believe that there's very iconic characters like Link or Captain Falcon or Samus that deserve to be in this kind of games, you know?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, I don't know if we will see like Captain Falcon and all these characters pop out, but I do believe that we will be seeing more characters in general. In fact, we saw PD Piranha before we were mentioning the ones that we've seen. But
yeah, that's right.
We are not sure yet if he's going to be a boss or if he's going to be playable. So, maybe he won't be a character.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do you think that they would reveal like Captain Falcon for Mario Aces in this direct? If we're going to see guest characters, do you think this is the time to show them?
I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, Captain Falcon, I don't know about because they didn't put him on Mario Kart, and that would seem more logical. But I can see them showing maybe Link or I don't know, an Inkling or an Animal Crossing character. I could see them do that.
Yeah, from those that you mentioned, I think that the Inklings and the Villagers sound about like very likely. Although I would definitely like to see like Captain Falcon and Samus and all these characters return as amiibo costumes, maybe because the art style maybe doesn't lend itself too much to a Mario game. I don't know. But yeah, it's actually very possible that we'll see more content for Mario Aces alongside with more
definitely.
stages. Because we saw the world map earlier, so we're definitely going to see more content for it overall. And I think that Mario Aces is a safe bet, especially because it's coming in like a month or 2 months, right?
No, they actually said that they're talking about Mario Tennis Aces.
Oh, okay, so definitely they'll be showing some new
100%.
characters. Okay.
Yeah,
and Mario Aces, a game that I think we'll be seeing, and it's due to the DLC. I think that we'll be seeing Pokken. I think that they'll just show the DLC and maybe announce like some free stuff, like a free costume or like little things, like an update for it. So
there's actually a rumor that there's going to be new characters. I mean, I don't know about that, but do you think they'll maybe add more characters?
I definitely think so, because the response for this DLC has been very positive.
Yeah, right.
And and Pokemon has been showcasing it in all of their tournaments and whatnot. So
that's right.
I think that there definitely is an audience for Pokken, and they'll be capitalizing in it for sure.
Sure.
What I don't know is how much further it'll go, because I definitely think that adding Blastoise was a great idea because he's a fan favorite. But
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know where would they take it from there. I mean, what kind of Pokemon could they add? Uh, I don't know. Do
I
you have
mean
any ideas? Maybe.
they have infinite options. I mean, not literally, but they really have anywhere to choose from. I cannot think of maybe a fan favorite that is not in there. I mean, Gen 1 Pokemon are always a safe bet. So yeah, I really don't like a specific Pokemon I cannot think about.
Yeah, I mean, they have literally almost 1,000 options to choose from,
Yeah.
and based on Chandelure and Aegislash, they definitely don't have a limit to what kind of Pokemon can be there. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
so Mario Aces, Pokken. What
Uh-huh.
other game do we think might be popping up?
Well, talking
Uh,
about Pokemon and because they mentioned that they are also talking about 3DS, I think that we'll hear something about Detective Pikachu.
oh right, they did mention the 3DS. Yeah, I definitely agree. And actually, I'm not sure how much more content we will see aside from Detective Pikachu. I
Hmm.
heard that there's some rumors, or I don't know if it's a rumor, but that we might be seeing a demo for it.
That
So
would be possible. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this new, well, not new, this localization of Detective Pikachu includes more content that was previously released of the Japanese version, right? Because I think the
yeah,
Japanese version was episode 1 or something like that, and now we're getting 3 episodes or something like that.
yeah, I think you're right. I'm not sure if it's completely new to America or if it'll be like worldwide.
Simultaneous. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's worldwide. Yeah.
yeah, I would think so. So yeah, I think that they'll be maybe teasing what it's about, mm,
Hmm.
the new content, because
Yeah.
even if it's only been in Japanese for most audiences, like most people already know the game
Yeah.
story because people still played it. Like
Yeah, and the game is not like a hard game to play, even if it's in another language. You can get around it easily.
yeah, it's actually very interesting because my closest experience to something like that is the Ace Attorney series, and I
Hmm.
really don't imagine myself playing it without knowing, well, like the text of
Yeah,
what's going
right.
on. So
It's
this
weird.
game seems to be very similar, like an interactive novel. So
Hmm.
I don't know, like how basic it must be gameplay
Yeah,
wise, but
or maybe
well,
it's like very visual with what they explain or ask of you.
yeah, definitely. It must be very, very visual
Hmm.
if the game is beatable without knowing what's being told to you.
Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
that's gonna be it for 3DS. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna announce anything new, or maybe I mean indies coming to it. But I don't know. Do you think they'll announce something new for 3DS?
you know, the fact that they said it's 3DS,
Uh huh.
I think that they would be really bumming out people if it was just Detective Pikachu, like if it was just
Okay.
something we already know.
Uh huh.
So I definitely think that we'll be seeing more things. But like you said, maybe it's just some indie games that are also coming to Switch. So
Hmm. Yeah, that's right.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if we will be seeing a new game from Nintendo. They've definitely said that they are supporting the 3DS, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even be able to tell you with which game because Pokemon is already moving out. Mario is already been out for a
Yeah.
while. Zelda. I mean, I just don't see what kind of games, like big games, they could bring over to the 3DS.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah. I mean, if they announce something worthwhile for the 3DS, I'll be legitimately surprised.
Yeah.
And on that note, what games do you think that they'll be announcing in general? We've heard a lot of rumors about
Yeah.
ports
Lots of
from,
rumors.
yeah, like it's been crazy these past few weeks. We've heard
Mm-hmm.
of, correct me if I'm wrong, but GTA, Diablo
We have.
3.
We have. Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you think that we'll be seeing any of those games in a direct like this, or do you think that they'll be keeping some of that stuff for E3?
No, I think we will see one of all those rumors that we're hearing. We've also been hearing about Call of Duty and Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot, the Insane
Right.
Trilogy. So, out of all of those, I think at least one is going to be like announced or confirmed or something. There, all those game developers are eager to be on the Switch. So yeah, I think one of those for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think that we'll be seeing at least some of them, especially the ones that are already announced for other platforms. I don't know if the
Yeah.
latest Call of Duty has been announced, for example, for whatever systems, like the PS4 and the Xbox One. So if it's already been announced for those systems, I definitely see it being announced here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and it's also coming out to Switch, like
Sure.
just so you know, and maybe GTA, because GTA, I don't see it being a E3 game, especially because we've already heard of it.
Yeah, it's
And,
the old one.
Yeah, it's an older game, so I think that it could like be announced at the end of the presentation or something like that.
Yeah, just like Dark Souls
was.
last
Yeah, exactly.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
precisely. Do you think that we'll be seeing maybe Diablo 3, or do you think that they'll be keeping that one to themselves for
I mean,
now?
the Diablo Ts, I mean, sorry, was just this week or last week, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see it, really. I think it's a safe bet.
Yeah, actually, when you put it like that, yeah, I definitely agree. The tweet that Bethesda did, I mean Bethesda,
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, Blizzard.
Blizzard, yeah.
I'm sorry, I guess that I spoiled myself what I was thinking about, but yeah. So yeah, I definitely think that we'll be seeing Diablo 3. If it's not right now, it's very very soon.
Sure.
And well, I guess that I tripped myself into this. We've already heard about. Well, Bethesda's already been putting out games like Doom and Skyrim, but do you think that we'll be seeing more of the Wolfenstein 2 port in this direct?
I surely hope so because it has been like delayed for some time and we haven't heard of it in some time. So I think that yeah, in this direct we will hear about Wolfenstein 2 and when it's coming out on the Switch.
Yeah, I'm very eagerly waiting for it because Bethesda announced it like before the game came out. So and it's already been like what 3 months. So
More than that, yeah.
Yeah, like since the announcement for sure. So yeah, I mean, I definitely want to know when is it coming out because I hate waiting like this. Like,
Yeah.
Like come on. And well, let's continue a little bit with Bethesda. Do you think that we'll be seeing some other ports from them, like Fallout or something along those lines?
Yeah, maybe Fallout, but I don't know if there's going to be enough time if they're going to talk about one talking about another one. So I think that we will be seeing only one if we see something from Bethesda.
Yeah, actually, you're right. And since Wolfenstein must be very very close to launching,
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that it would be that one.
Yes.
And maybe Fallout for another time.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, you know, something that makes me think that it will definitely be showing up here is that Doom was very recently updated. With some performance updates and some like motion controls.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I think that's prepping us to the release of Wolfenstein 2 that will have those improvements.
Yeah, maybe that's why they delayed it, right?
Yeah, I definitely think so. And since it's the same engine, I think that there must be something going on there.
And it's the same guys porting it, right? Or
yeah, Panic Button.
Panic
called.
Button.
Yeah, that's the studio porting. Apparently, like a ton of games because they also ported Rocket League. So yeah, they are apparently like the masters of porting to Switch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the what were they called? A Factor 5 from the N64 days. You know, like
Yeah.
they seem to be on that kind of game.
Hmm.
So yeah, well, while we're just still talking about third parties, do you think that we'll be seeing anything else, like maybe outside of rumors or another rumor that you want to mention?
I mean, I don't know about rumors, but maybe something from Ubisoft, maybe some Assassin's Creed collection or something.
Actually, I think that you are right there because Ubisoft not very long ago mentioned that they have plans for a very strong support for the Switch.
They did, yeah.
And I don't think that they mean by that the Mario plus Rabbids DLC. Like not just that, you know, there must be
Hmm.
something else in there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely think that we will be seeing that.
Yeah, also from Square, I think we will see something about Project Octopath Traveler, maybe a name finally, or maybe that's a name, and a date.
Yeah, I definitely want to see a date, and I want to also see what it's going like the other protagonists that they teased. You
Sure.
know what
Yeah.
who they are. I
Uh
definitely
huh.
want to know.
Yeah, it's very
Um,
interesting.
yeah, I really like that demo. Because it doesn't feel like a demo. It feels like the opening to the game or something like
Yeah,
that.
it really
It's
does.
great. And have
Uh-huh.
you
And
been seeing the? I'm sorry.
no, yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, that like you've been seeing the updates that they've been putting out both on the Switch and elsewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
they've been really having a good communication with the community and really asking them what should they change and make better for the game, and that's great.
yeah, I definitely agree. It's a fantastic ride. Like I can't wait for the game to come out. It
Hmm.
looks so good.
Yeah,
And we've talked about Rockstar, Bethesda, Blizzard, Square. Um, do you have any third party, or should we move on to first party?
no, I think that's gonna be it for third party.
Okay, great. So, what other first party games do you think that we'll be seeing? We mentioned earlier Pokken,
Uh
Mario
huh.
Tennis Aces,
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu. So, what else do you think that we might be
Sure.
seeing?
I think we will see one of the heavy hitters that have been mentioned before. Either, I think it's between Fire Emblem, Pokemon, and Smash. One of those three, I think, it's going to be announced here tomorrow. I would say Fire Emblem maybe is the safest bet. Maybe Smash. I don't know, because Smash I think is going to be like a port with some of the 3DS content and maybe a couple new characters and stages. So I think it's actually really between Fire Emblem and Smash.
You know, the thing with. I agree with you that Fire Emblem is the safest bet because Pokemon feels very far away.
Yeah.
And not only that, but also Pokemon tends to do their own directs.
Sure.
So Fire Emblem seems the safest bet because if they announce Smash, I would feel like they would have to show something along with it. Because if they just show the logo, they would leave us exactly like we are right now.
Yeah.
But for example, with Fire Emblem, they can show very little. Like they can show us the title, maybe a cinematic, like how the game will look.
Sure.
And we're already golden, like it's already more than we have. Instead, if it's like, oh yeah, it's Smash Wii U, it's going to be Smash Switch, and it's coming out later in the year. Like, oh, what's new? Like, why am I going to buy it? Instead, Fire Emblem very quickly can tell you reasons to buy it. You know, like, I don't know.
Sure, and
where do you stand?
they can even add a character to Mario Tennis. Maybe, there's the rumor that this game is going to be about Marth again. Maybe they can add Marth to Mario Tennis.
Yeah, now that you're mentioning that rumor, I would definitely want to see the third chapter in Marth's story, even if that means having the gap in America between the first and the third game, because the second one has never been localized. But I would still definitely want to see what happens next.
Sure.
or Marth. But well, yeah, I definitely think Fire Emblem is actually, in general, I think it's a safe bet. Because I think that we're not very far from its release. I think that it's going to come out at the furthest in fall. So
Yeah.
because I don't see it being the holiday title. I think that something else will be. I wouldn't be sure what, but definitely something.
Maybe Pokemon.
Probably if it comes out in 2018 at all.
Yeah. Yeah, because they said about Pokemon 2018 or later.
Yeah,
So-
that kind of sucks because they've been teasing the fact that it's probably not going to be this year. By the way, like it's not our priority, and that usually translates into delays.
Yeah, but that means they probably have much more in their hands.
Yeah, I think that they may have learned something from the Ultra Sun and Moon criticism, because while they obviously
Sure.
sold very well, a lot of people criticize, like, hey, this is probably the most bare bones sequel that we've ever gotten. So, yeah, I think that they are changing their strategy with Pokemon there.
Yeah.
I also think that we'll be seeing Kirby because it's so close to release.
Yeah.
We got the demo. I mean, it's only Europe, but come on, you could just change your eShop and...
No, I think they already put it in America too.
Oh, yeah? Oh, well.
Yeah.
Easier,
yesterday, I think.
even easier to download.
Yeah.
And I just have to mention that game looks fantastic. Like the
Sure.
little that I've played from the demo, it looks fantastic. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I don't think that I've ever seen a Kirby game look so good. And it looks great. In gameplay too. And the fact that you can play with like a ton of controller combinations it's also great.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, Kirby has had this mistake before with Return to Dreamland, where, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could only use the Wiimote held sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that, but
That's
but
weird.
well, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I think that this game will be, I mean, this direct will be very packed. I also think
Yeah.
we'll be seeing the Xenoblade Chronicles DLC.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely will be seeing some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a tease to what the story will be. Although it's maybe too soon
Sure.
to start seeing it, but it wouldn't hurt to start hyping it up.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe they'll also release maybe some paid DLC for Mario Odyssey.
I'm not sure about that. And not because I don't see it happening, but because we've gotten no rumors about it. Like, we've seen the...
No, we actually have some rumors about it.
I mean, we've seen the in-game teases, but do we have any rumors about it?
Yeah. They're actually, I think, yesterday or I don't remember if today. It came a rumor out that there's going to be Mario Odyssey DLC.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know how well the source is
how reliable.
informed or something. Yeah, reliable,
Yeah.
but the rumor is there. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, well then maybe we'll be seeing it.
Sure.
I mean, I don't see why not. That game, like, I think that DLC in general needs to be only when the game is already a full package. And Odyssey
And worth
is
it.
definitely and worth it, definitely. Yeah, and I think that they've handled DLC very well so far in terms of price tags and everything. So I don't see how they'll mess it up with Mario. You know,
Yeah.
the golden boy.
And they already gave us a pretty good free DLC.
Right.
For Odyssey.
Actually, I've been having a lot of fun finding those damn balloons. It's been a very, very fun ride, and even if it's something a little frustrating with the people that have been finding out ways to clip out from the map,
Yeah.
but that always is going to be the case with online gaming. So yeah, it's great. Although I do feel that it breaks a little bit the game with the coins. Like, if you needed coins to buy costumes or moons, you won't find a better way than the balloon game. It's very quick. Like, I would play it with maybe 300 coins and end up with over 5,000 in no time at all. So yeah, it's crazy.
But it's
crazy. It's very fun. It's very, very fun. And hey, Luigi's finally in the game, even if as an NPC.
Yeah. I think we will maybe see something about the Yoshi game. I don't know if maybe it's too close to the Kirby game, and I think that those fans, the market is like pretty much the same. But I think we maybe see something about Yoshi.
You know, I don't. I agree with you. I think that we might be seeing some Yoshi, but I don't feel like the Kirby game would like steal the thunder from the Yoshi game, like or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
I think that Kirby will sell very well, regardless if they start showing Yoshi. And hey, Yoshi needs the attention. I think that the later Yoshi games haven't sold very well. So yeah, Yoshi needs like that thunder. I mean, that attention, because I mean, if Woolly World is any indication, which I think it is because it's the same studio, it will probably be a very, very good game. I mean, I hope it is. They are using Unreal Engine, if I'm not mistaken, which is a first for Nintendo. So I'm actually very interested for that as well, because it could reflect in other Nintendo games in the near future.
Right.
Like they start using other engines, and I mean, it's very interesting overall. So what else do you think that we'll be seeing? Maybe a crazy announcement or something like that. Like maybe we are leaving the realm of plausibility and more into hopes.
Okay, I hope they. I mean, I feel like I have to mention this every time we do one of these videos. But if we're talking about hoping, I hope they release Melee HD.
I think that you've just opened a Pandora's box there, but hey, one can dream, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you know, I think that with the Switch is a little bit more likely because of the nature of the platform.
Yeah, more like the another.
And if they're just, for example, last generation, we had already 2 Smash games to buy. Like, there's the Wii U and the 3DS one, so a third one would have been kind of crazy. But right now, I think that it's a definite possibility, especially with the paid online and everything. I think that Nintendo knows that it's a very popular game, and in fact, I would love if they released like all previous Smash games. Like if the new one is going to be an enhanced port of the Wii U, maybe treat the other ones as a trilogy, the N64, Melee, and Brawl. It would be very interesting, you know? Similar to what Capcom is doing with the Street Fighter series. With 2 trilogies, although there are 2 trilogies there, but yeah. I definitely see it every passing generation or every passing year as a higher possibility.
Yeah.
Although I think that's an E3 game. I don't think that would be here.
Yeah, maybe.
And well,
how about some Mother 3 then?
You know, I've heard very strong rumors that Mother 3 is very close to release. That it was pushed from the Wii U to not doom it before it comes out. And so I think it's time. I think it's not far-fetched. Just like Melee HD, I think that it's closer than ever. I mean, they certainly have a lot of people waiting in line, so to speak. And hey, the Earthbound games have sold like massively, like very, very well on the eShop in both the Wii U and 3DS. So why not, you know, at this point in time? Although I wouldn't know to tell you if it's going to be like in 3D or 2D or anything like that, because there's a ton of ideas and rumors out there. So I'll just leave it at Mother 3 on Switch.
Sure.
Something that I would like to see, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to, is DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or a Mario Kart game, because I absolutely loved that game, like that series. It's probably alongside Smash the multiplayer series I can play from, like, that I've been playing since I've known, like since I've had the use of reason until the day that I die. Like, I can play Mario Kart and Smash like forever and ever. So
Yeah.
if we're going to talk about Smash, like, I definitely want more Mario Kart on Switch, whether it's DLC for Deluxe or Mario Kart 9. Like, I want more, basically.
Yeah.
And now that I've mentioned multiplayers, we've heard some rumors of a party game coming out for the Switch.
We have.
Like the studio, and I think that Game Explain did a video on this. The studio that has been making like a ton of party games from Nintendo. Like, if you see their schedules, like their releases, this is a year of release, and it would make sense to be Mario Party 11. So I would definitely like to see that. Just hoping is in the shape that we hope or we all wish it is.
Definitely. Because that series is incredible, and it's sad that just because the last releases have not been that good, that maybe they're letting it die. Because we really need that series back.
Yeah, I mean, I love like retro games, like I play old games all the time. But with Mario Party, it's almost like, if you want to play a good one, like, you have to go way back to the N64 or the GameCube. Like, you can't, like, you don't have that option. It's an obligation, because if you go to the Wii or the Wii U, you get the more mediocre ones.
Yeah.
So I would definitely like to see the triumphant return of the classic Mario Party.
That's right.
And so and I don't think it's a far-fetched idea, because like, I think that voice is always more and more loud alongside the F-Zero voice.
Sure, let's bring F-Zero back, please.
Yeah, I think that when we're talking about reviving dead series, F-Zero is always the one. I mean, if Metroid could return in such a stellar way, why not F-Zero?
Yeah. Talking about Metroid, I hope they release one day Samus Returns for the Switch. If we're talking about hopes.
I don't know how crazy of an idea that is, because we've already heard rumors and speculation that Mercury's team is working on another Metroid game with the same engine as Samus Returns. Like, they talked, like, they bragged about how, it's very easy to make an HD game out of this. And so the speculation goes that they are, more so than Samus Returns, working on Fusion, like a Fusion remake or a brand new game.
Yeah.
But knowing that engine and that, like, structure is coming out on Switch, I don't think it's that crazy enough of an idea to see Samus Returns on Switch.
Yeah. Do we know what the Retro Studios Games is right now?
No, and I don't know if we're going to know that, like, now or in a year.
Tomorrow? Yeah.
I mean, like,
because they mentioned,
a lot of
right,
speculation.
in a direct that Retro was working on a game, or we just heard about it?
I mean, the lame thing is that game could have been the port of Tropical Freeze, because they did work on that port.
Sure.
And they... I mean, what I'm saying is that it's not the studio that did the 3DS port of Donkey Kong Returns. It was them that ported it to the Switch. And they did the Funky Kong update.
Funky mode.
But I mean, I truly hope that's not what they were working on, like what they meant by the new stuff by them. You know, I truly hope
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
new thing. And you know, to be like talking about, well, we mentioned Mario Kart Deluxe, we mentioned Tropical Freeze. Do you think that they'll be announcing any more Wii U ports here, or do you think that we're approaching their end?
No, I think we will continue to see them because the Wii U had some really great games, and it's a shame that because the system didn't sold so well, people cannot play them. So yeah, get more ports in here. As to which one we will see, I really don't know. I mean, if we're talking about what games I wish we will see, maybe Wonderful 101. I know it's one that should come here. Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I think that's going to be even later. I don't think right now it's gonna come. Maybe Mario Maker for the Switch would be nice too.
Yeah, I think that Mario Maker is a definite, like, it's definitely coming out. I just don't know if it's going to be a sequel or that same game.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of Xenoblade Chronicles, I agree with you. I think that it's going to come out later. And yeah, as for my speculation or my hope is that I would really like to see Tokyo Mirage Sessions come out to Switch. That game, I really like that game, and I really wish that it got a better opportunity at success. And with this and with the resurgence or the growth of the Persona series since that came out, I would definitely like to see that. Like, I think that there would be a bigger interest on that game than there was when it came out.
Yeah.
So I think that that's good for our discussion. What do you think? Do you have anything else to add?
No, that's it. I'm really excited for tomorrow's Direct, and we will be talking about it once it comes out and say our thoughts about it.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys should should definitely check that out. We will be talking about the post discussion of the Direct. You know, I mean post Direct discussion. So stay tuned for that. And actually, we have a ton of content for you on the pipeline. So stay tuned for that as well. Well, this has been Paco Treviño from the TVGamers, and today I was joined by Lauro Chapa.
Thanks for listening, guys.
See you guys until next time. Bye bye.